Hello, stargazers and knowledge seekers. Welcome to Paper Ledge, where we transform academic papers into adventures for your ears. I'm your host, Ernis, and today we're diving into something that's got the whole AI world buzzing. It's all about large language models and how well they really reason. Are they just mimicking, or do they actually get it? We're dissecting a fascinating paper titled Cross-Platform Evaluation of Reasoning Capabilities in Foundation Models. Catchy, right? These researchers put a whole slew of LLMs, those big brains behind the AI chatbots, through a rigorous workout. They didn't just look at whether the models got the right answer. They dug into how they got there. Think of it like this. If you see a magician pull a rabbit out of a hat, you're impressed, but you're really impressed if they show you the mechanics behind the trick. Now, to keep things straight, let's build ourselves a mental palace, shall we? Imagine a grand observatory, perched atop a mountain. The first room? It's the baseline room. In here, we've got the initial tests the researchers ran, using a setup called Mare Nostrum 5. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, doesn't it? It's actually a supercomputer in Barcelona. They started with 19 problems spanning 8 academic domains, from physics to economics. Think of it as the AI equivalent of a decathlon. But, they quickly realized the initial test wasn't enough. It's like judging a fish by its ability to climb a tree, obviously. So, they expanded the test, adding more problems and, crucially, breaking down the reasoning process into steps. This is our second room in the observatory, the extended evaluation chamber. You might be asking, Ernie, why all the fuss about step-by-step reasoning? Well, that's where the real magic happens. The researchers weren't just after the final answer, they wanted to see how the models arrived at it. Did they take logical steps, or did they just stumble upon the solution by sheer luck? It's the difference between understanding calculus and just blindly plugging numbers into a formula. Now, let's waltz on over to the third chamber, which is the infrastructure validation station. The researchers didn't just use one supercomputer. No, they went wild and used 3 different computing infrastructures, including cloud platforms like Nebius, AI Studio and a university cluster. This is crucial because they wanted to make sure their findings weren't just a fluke caused by some quirk of a particular system. Think of it as testing a car on different terrains to see how it handles. What did they find? Well, first off, the smaller models surprisingly held their own. Models like Phi 3, Mini and Mistral 8X7B showed remarkable parameter efficiency. It's like discovering that a hummingbird can fly almost as far as an albatross, despite being much smaller. Whoa! But here's where it gets really interesting. They discovered a transparency correctness trade-off. Now, picture this. In our observatory, this is the Hall of Mirrors. Some models were really good at getting to the right answer, high correctness, but their reasoning was a complete black box, low transparency. Other models were more transparent. You could see their reasoning steps, but they weren't as accurate. It's like having a friend who always gives you the right advice, but you have no idea why they're saying it versus a friend who explains their thinking, even if they're sometimes wrong. And hold on, there's more. The extended evaluation showed that the model's performance varied greatly depending on the subject matter. Economics? They aced it. Physics? Pretty good. Chemistry? Well, let's just say some of these AI models would probably blow up their labs if they were real chemists. This domain-specific performance is key because it highlights that these models aren't universally intelligent. It's more like having a brilliant musician who can't do basic arithmetic. The researchers also looked at consistency. How reliably a model arrives at the same answer when given the same problem multiple times. Some models were all over the place, while others were rock solid. It's the difference between a seasoned chef who can consistently cook a perfect soufflé and a novice who gets lucky once in a while. So, what's the big picture? This paper provides a comprehensive evaluation of how well LLMs reason, and it highlights the importance of looking beyond just the final answer. It shows that reasoning is more than just mimicking patterns. It's about understanding the underlying logic and being able to explain the steps involved. In our mental observatory, we've seen how these models perform under different conditions, how transparent their reasoning is, and how consistent they are across various domains. We've seen the trade-offs and the limitations. The journey into the minds of these AI models is far from over. But thanks to this research, we're one step closer to understanding what it really means for a machine to reason. And who knows? Maybe one day, these AI models will be able to explain quantum physics to me. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep those mental circuits firing. This is Ernie, signing off from Paper Ledge.